Ayo, what's going on? It's your boy FRE $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why. Just check out the channel and welcome back to another episode of Millennial Dating from the single man's perspective. Whoo! After that last live that we had on Monday, man, it just gave me so much energy and so much things to think about. And I thought about this topic here. And I've been thinking about this topic for a while because you guys know I travel around the world. And when I go around the world, I meet non-pros and I meet pros, right? But then it came to the conclusion where I started to think, what really makes a woman a pro? I mean, for me, my definition of a pro is a woman who gets paid for her time, a woman who you can pay for her time. However, when I went more into detail, how much does a woman have to do to be considered a pro? When I say that, let me break some things down for you. I'm gonna shout everybody out of the room in a second. I just want to give you guys an opening. Thank you guys for being on time. But let me share the screen with you guys because I started inquiring, like, how much time do you need, like, at a job or in school to become other things? And how much time would you need to be really considered a pro? So let me share the screen with you guys. Here we go. Share the screen. Let's put this up here. And let's go here. Okay, not that one. I was looking for a flight because unfortunately I'm not gonna be able to get down to South Beach and give you the South Beach South Beach lifestyle this weekend like I was supposed to, because I have to go to work on Saturday. One Saturday a year they make us come to work, and this just so happens to be a Saturday. And I booked my flight to Miami, so I'm just gonna pretty much waste the flight because I'm not gonna go there after work on Saturday. Also, as you guys can see, the camera is new. I'm trying out new things. I told you guys I just added the microphone when I did the Black Man's Guy. I added the microphone. Hopefully, it sounded like you guys can hear me clearer when I watch the video back today. And now I'm trying to add this right here. So as you see, over time, my lives will be almost as set up and organized as my edited videos. But let me shout some people out of the room too before I get to more explanations. Marky, what's going on, man? Man, listen, I'm just trying to show you guys what's possible. That's it. Ozzy, what's up? Yeah, man. If if you haven't checked the last video out for Monday, Ozzy, boy, that was a 2-hour long video. It was very good. Ali Parker, what's up? Yeah. Brandon Banks, what it do, my bro? Dog Nuts in the building. 10,000 hours. Yeah. 10,000 hours to be a professional, right? C-Spill, what's going on, everybody? Just giving a shout outs before we start this up. Raphael, what up, man? Sound is much more clear. Good. Shout out to the social loner. He's the one that really kind of got me into wanting to go buy this mic, and here it is. You know what I mean? You guys know I do my editing films, but this is supposed to be something that we can just connect as like average people. What's going on? Good. Call the airline and get a credit. I might try, but it's Spirit. So, like I said, I wasn't going to fly Spirit, but it just was the only one available after I got off of work, because I catch the flights Fridays after I get off of work, but that's probably not going to happen. What's going on, Antonio? Yeah, Antoine, it's been a minute. Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah. Kings and Dreams in the building. And King Fred, what it do, man? What's going on? All right. So as you guys can see, the topic is she's not a pro. You can see it in two different ways. This topic you can look at it at two different ways. If you guys seen the thumbnail, I say she's not a pro. She just charged you. So that could be somebody telling somebody, well, she's not really a pro. She just charged you, as a, kind of satire. Or she's not a pro for me. She just charged you. So that's how I started looking at it. Now, when I go more into it, hold on. Let's bring it up again. I want to show you guys real quick. Hold up. Okay. So I asked, how long is the police academy? Because if you want to be a police officer, you got to go to police academy. It's 24 weeks. Okay. How many hours do you have to work to become a doctor? It says in the US you must complete a 4-year undergrad program, attend medical school, and spend time as a resident, which means you have to work as a doctor before you actually get hired as a doctor. So with all that said, I started to think, well, there has to be some kind of uh there has to be some kind of requirement to be considered a pro. Because let's say it's this. If you as a woman, if a woman doesn't charge me for her time, we go out, we eat, we have fun, and I don't have to do nothing at the end of the night, we have a good time. Would you say we have a good time? How can I consider her a pro? If she goes to you and she charges you money and you know for her time and you pay, yes, she's a pro to you, but is she really still a pro to me? I mean, let me hear what you guys think in the room. Like I said, I'm going to give you my little my opinion for the first 15 minutes, and then I'll put the link in the room to get you guys to join up, man. So give me your opinions, fellas. If a woman doesn't make you pay for her time, do you consider her a pro? Also, do you consider a woman a pro if she doesn't do it every day? It's like if you are you really a nurse or a doctor if you're not in the office every day? Are you really a teacher if you're teaching your kids but you don't teach in the school? This is how I think some people have, and just think outside of the box. I think some people may have a warped view of what a pro actually is. So let's go. Let's go. Let me see what you guys are saying. Oh, it's a lot of people in the room. Shout out to you. Hope you hit the like button, fellas, ladies. Warlord, what's going on, man? What it do, A? Garcia, what's up, man? What's going on, TC? TC. Yes, yes, yes. Let me see. Let me see. What up? What up? Love the energy. Columbia is my spot, boy. Going back, yo, dope. It's a lot of people that's going this month in December and going next month, man. Ortega, what's going on, man? A pro is a pro, but how do you how can we describe this? Okay, so imagine this: I'm out on a date, right? Out on a date with a woman, right? And you know we're having a conversation. Let's not even bend the thing saying she speaks another language. Let's just say we're having a regular conversation. We're in the United States. We're not in Colombia. We're not in Brazil. We're in the United States. I'm on a date with a woman. We go out to eat. We joke. We laugh. We have fun. We go home. We have fun. We do that. The next day, I go out on a date. I'm like, yo, I had an amazing date with this woman, and I'm bragging. I'm showing them off to you guys, right? And then I show you the picture. You're like, yo, I paid $500 to hang out with her. Which guy is correct? Like, not even which guy is correct, but is it more of an embarrassment for the guy who paid $500, or more of an embarrassment for the guy who really thought he was with a woman that you couldn't pay to get? Like, a lot of this stuff, it gets mixed up, and I think people get so focused on it that they just don't look at the whole picture. Um, they're going to take advantage of exactly, man. Me personally, my perspective is this: if she doesn't charge you, she's not a pro to you. If she doesn't charge you, she's not a pro. If she charges somebody else and it comes to you but still doesn't charge you, she's not a pro. Because here's the thing: the qualifications of being a pro means that you have to charge me for your time. Now, does that mean I have more game? All that that's fishy. You might just been in the right time at the right moment. But you know, I think we have to start changing. And you know, some people say semi-pro, she's a pro sometimes, but I mean, really, like, I don't know. Let me see. She's a pro if she's charging at all. Okay, so Donovan, let me ask this. So she's a pro if she's charging for her time for anyone? Like if she charges anyone for her time, she's a pro. Because if that's the question, if that's the comment, I'm not arguing with you. I'm not saying you're wrong. I won't say anybody's wrong or right. I just want to have a conversation and try to get an understanding to some more. So any woman that takes money for her time is a pro. What about a woman that takes gifts for her time? Is that a pro also? Let me know in the room. Like, we'll take a poll real quick. Is a woman who takes any money at any time for her time a pro? Type 1 or 2 in the room. We're going to take this question first. Is a woman a pro? If she's a pro, type 1. If she's not a pro, type 2. If a woman takes money for her time, if you guys know what I mean, is she a pro? Press 1 in the room is yes, press 2 if no. J. Clyde, what's going on, man? Lover Clyde, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back, man. Is your sugar baby a pro? Oh, that's shaking a lot. We're gonna go more into this. Like, that's another aspect of it. This is why we have to really. I feel as though we should have a conversation at least. We're not gonna all come to the same agreement, but we have to start having a conversation on exactly what a pro is if a woman takes the time. So, let's see. Just brought my ticket. Okay, I hear you, Act. Ozzy says it's not 100% clear in some countries outside of the States since women do it part-time. Okay. Pro flex, a flexible pro. I mean, that's the same thing some people say is semi-pro, but I think I personally think there is either pro or non-pro. There's no middle line with it. I don't think there's a middle line. I think there's either pro or non-pro, and I think it really depends on who you're asking. Because if she doesn't ever ask me for money for her time, I cannot consider her a pro. I would not. She genuinely likes you. Usually, all right. So let me see. To me, she may not charge because she likes you, but if she's charging people in general, she's a pro, at least to me. Okay. So I got a lot of ones that say. I remember I asked if a woman takes money at any time for her time, is she a pro? And unanimously, it sounds like you guys are saying yes. Now, let's go with the next question. All right, no more ones, right? Here's the next question. Off of that question that you guys, Shannon, what's up, man? Off of that question you guys said. So, if a woman takes gifts for her time, is she a pro? I already asked first. Now, you guys remember your answers. If a woman takes money for her time, is she a pro? Unanimously, you said 1. If a woman takes gifts for her time, is she a pro? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Let me keep going to the comments. Ticket says, best city you visited in, okay, best, you guys know me. I don't know if I like this camera because it keeps shaking, but you guys know me. Best is relative. What city did I prefer the most out of all of the South American? Now, you know I've been all over the world, so if we're just talking about South American cities, I said I really like Barranquilla. Yeah, because Cuba's not South American, so I would say I really liked Barranquilla. Just the vibe of it was dope. I mean, of course, it didn't have in Colombia. It doesn't have the best overall, and I'm only talking because I want you guys to answer that question. It doesn't have the best overall looking women in Colombia, but it has the most heartfelt women for me. Pay him to leave. That's the way to look at it. I earn money. What's going on, man? Okay. He says she's a pro. I know she's a pro. 111. Okay. So now we're asking. We're gonna see one more. I don't see any. All right. So now I asked if she takes a gift. If she takes gifts for her time, is she a pro? And unanimously, it looks like you got Ali Parker says 1, CS Bill says 1, Betsy's daddy says 1, Earn Money says 1, Shannon Brown says 1. It looks like you guys are saying that if a woman takes gifts, she's a pro. Now follow me here. So you guys said if a woman takes money for her time at any time, she's a pro. If a woman takes gifts for her time at any time, she's a pro. Well, then going on a date where you pay for something and don't expect something back, like pay for a movie or pay for a dinner or pay for a ticket to a fair, is giving the woman a gift. So are you telling me that every woman that you have to take out to to court is a pro. Because by definition, what you guys just explained is that if I give a woman money, she's a pro. If I give a woman a gift, she's a pro. If I'm taking her out to eat and she's not paying, that is a gift to her, which makes her a pro. And this is why I think we need to really have a conversation about this, because the 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 the, it doesn't add up. I mean, we if we're going to not be hypocrites, and we're going to be consistent to what we're saying, then you have to consider if you have to take the woman out and she does not pay. If you go to the movies and you expect her not to pay, if you go to eat and you expect her not to pay, if you take her to the park just to walk around and you buy her a drink and you expect her not to pay, that's a gift. She's a pro. Come on, fellas, we gotta work this out, man, because it sounded crazy, and the worst thing that you can do in my book, not worse, one of the bad things you can do is be like a hypocrite, where you're well, it's not a gift. Literally, by definition, a gift means I'm giving you something without expecting something in return. Sorry, let me keep going. Cub said, I'm old school. Remember, conversation rules the nation. Brandon says, just like a girl can make. Oh my God, I this just keeps shaking. Let me know if this camera keeps shaking. I think this is gonna be the last time I use this camera. I like the clarity, but just like a girl can make some men wait for the box, aka good girls to you, but the same chick can let the next man hit for the box the first night, aka a hoe to him. Yes, so she wouldn't be a hoe to you, right? Oh, so I can't say the name. She wouldn't be promiscuous to you. She would be a queen. Does that make her promiscuous because she knocked down the other guy? I don't know. That one's a tough one. Question: did Baron Kia have a good pro scene? Yes, it does. It does have a separate pro scene. She's a professional. Yes, pro stands for professional. For those that don't know, they're just walking in the room. A pro is a woman who is who you can pay for her time, or a professional woman. Ozzy says, when James Harden cash app Shorty at 100,000 after their date, does that make her a pro? Listen, I mean, it's okay if you think that not you particularly, Ozzy, but if you guys are saying that makes a woman a pro, then we have to be consistent. That's the most important thing. As guys, we have to be consistent if we're going to set that boundary for that. That means that any woman you have to take out to a court and pay for anything makes her a pro if she doesn't expect to be paying for it herself. Allie Parker said, I dated a stripper and I was not considered a John, but she did refer to the customers as that. Yeah, I think a John. Like I said, I'm not into that whole feel. I've heard it before, but I really think to be a John, you have to come out of pocket. You have to pay something to be considered a John by what's the name. Only not a pro when she comes out of her pocket. A tip. Okay. See now C-Spill is consistent with what he's saying here. C-Spill is consistent with what he's saying here. So basically, C-Spill believes that even when you take a woman on a date, you court her, she's a pro. That kind of falls. I mean, I appreciate the consistency because it makes it see that you're not a hypocritical person, but that does seem like it's reaching, man. It does seem like, and I never say nobody's wrong, but that seems like it's reaching. I was in the DR during the pandemic. I met an attorney charging for her, not for lawyer services. Listen, this is why I'm like, yo, for me, I'm going to give you I'm going to read some more, but I'm going to give you my requirements, or some of my requirements for a woman to be a pro. It has to be something she does more than 40 hours a week. If she's going to be a pro, to me, she has to take money for her time more than 40 hours a week, or I'll say more than 35 hours a week. You know why? Because if you play basketball in the park, that doesn't make you an NBA player. It doesn't make you a baller. So if you spend 2 days a week, doing proactive, maybe I say that's a semi-pro. Maybe if I break it down, I'll say that's a semi-pro, because if she's definitely doing that for everybody, then it's a semi-pro. But if she doesn't charge me, I can't consider her a pro. She's a finesser. See, that's another lane, Sean. Exactly. That's another lane. Like, yeah. Let me see. Betsy, yeah, they just saying one. Like, I don't really understand. Like, it's tough for me, fellas. Divvy, what's up, man? Greg, what's up? Oh wow. I mean, I'm gonna get to your other man because I want to see what your answers is because right now it sounds like you guys are considering any woman that you take on a date that doesn't pay for her own stuff a pro. By definition, you guys are considering any woman that you take on a date a pro, and I think that's a little bit much. Shakira for Barranquilla, yeah, Shakira is from Barranquilla, but her parents are like Middle Eastern, and the other ones are Colombian. So that mix is alone is like not necessarily uh popular, like a popular mix in Barranquilla. When I go to Colombia, I know a whole lot of women in different cities. Okay. One Love says, F, who cares? If she plays a guy for money, she's a pro. End of discussion. Um, See, that's what I'm saying. But here's the issue. Like people, shout out to Black Men Travels. I seen in the group, and this kind of they had a conversation about a guy who and like I said, nobody's named nothing like that, but they had a conversation about a guy who took a woman out to eat and who like was I don't know if he was really bragging. The people say he was bragging, but didn't really get that feeling that he was bragging. But they said he was bragging about taking a woman out to eat and not having to pay her for anything and her not being a pro. But there were other people in the room who had paid for her services or for her time before, rather, and they're like, "Oh no, she's a pro. She's a pro." And it's like when I seen it, I'm like, "Well, I don't know," because it's tough, man. It's tough. Just like they said about Shorty when James Harden paid Shorty $100,000 after a date. Like, does that just make her a pro? I don't know. I don't know. Gifts turn into money. Gifts, gifts do turn into money, but by definition, gifts just means that you don't expect anything back. So taking a woman to go see a movie is a gift because it's not going to turn into money, but you're paying for it and you're not expecting her to pay for her share. Bro, I'm off to Cuba. Any tips about the Mary Jane department? I don't know, man. I don't, I don't light up, but I'm sure if you, bro, honestly, if you go to any spot, it's gonna be somebody there. So you just gotta ask around when you get there. No, but if she requires a gift or money, she's a pro. If you voluntarily give her a gift, Donovan, I don't know if that works as a definition, Donovan, because if I give her 150 peso, if I give her 150 mil, and I say, "Hey, baby, go buy yourself something nice," right? And then she just gives me her time and we have fun at the night, just because she didn't ask for it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, it's just for us to have a conversation as fellas, man. As if ladies are here too, just for us to have a conversation, so maybe some of us that may have had a question about it can get an understanding. Because I definitely had questions about it, and mind you guys know I travel, I deal with both sides of the game, and it's like even I still got questions about it because you know, pretty much our time and money gifts is the price of admission. Rarely do they give it up without any. And that's what I was kind of saying on my last episode, right? Let me watch how I break this down real quick. There are pros and non-pros, right? So let's say pros and non-pros, top and bottom, pros and non-pros, right? And then there's a slice. And so you got pros and you got non-pros. In the middle, you got dates and money. And at the end, you got fun time, fun time. If you take out the dates and you take out the money, you don't get to the fun time. So if you don't take her out and court her, you're not going to get to the fun time. But courting her costs money, right? And so does for pros, so does paying for their time. So it's the exact same thing. It's just a mental thing for people. Pro is a service for saying for money. Okay, and earn money. Watch how I break this down and say this definition doesn't fit. If you go to Dominican Republic, right? I know you're not going to Sasua. I know you say you're going to Sasua. But let's just say somebody goes to Sasua, right? And the woman says, I want 150 mil for an hour, right? You spend that hour with her. You don't do anything sexual. Do you still have to pay her that 150 mil? You do. You do. I'm going to answer it. You do. If you go to Colombia and you go to the Casa and they say it's 90 mil for an hour, and you go there and you hang out with her for an hour, do you still got to pay that 90 mil? Yes, you do. Thus, there's no sexual stuff involved. It's simply time. It's simply time. Ali Parker says, I don't think if you take them out that you're not expecting anything. It's a rough comment, man. If you pay, all right, so we got 4 more minutes, and now I'll let you guys come in the room and we'll talk for like 15 minutes. We'll try to keep this one under an hour because the last one was 2 hours and I was tired of self-work the next day. Raphael says, if you pay for a woman to have sex then as a service, that's a pro. Going back to what Earn Money said though, Raphael, if you pay for an hour of her time and you guys don't have sex with her and you're not intimate with her, you still got to pay that money. So she wouldn't be a pro just because you didn't have sex. It's the same thing because the same thing is like if I take a woman out to eat and we don't get intimate at the end of the date, but I still pay for the food. And by y'all definition, it was a gift because I didn't expect anything and nothing came out of it afterwards. Is she a pro? I feel as though if we as men, if we forget black men, if we are as men are going to set a definition, then we cannot be hypocritical when the exact definition is filled the same way. We can't say, oh, it's a pro if we got to pay her for her time or for her intimacy, but if you don't go and you don't quarter, you don't take on a date, you're still paying for her intimacy. So she's still a pro. Let me see. Taking someone on a date and paying for the date does not make her a pro. It's two different things. How? A gift. You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. Because I don't think I properly explained the definition of gift. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna share the screen, and I'm just gonna Google it for you guys. The definition of a gift. Definition. Oh shoot! I can't. Of gift. A gift. What? Show more definitions. What is the true meaning of gift? The actual definition. Follow me here, fellas. The actual definition of gift is the transfer of something without the expectation of payment. Okay? Follow me here. So if I'm taking a woman to the movie theaters, I'm not expecting her to pay for her side, then that's a gift. And if you guys are telling me that giving a woman a gift and expectation for her to get what you at the end of the night is making her a pro, then Raphael, this doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit. We're not, like I said, there's nothing wrong with us having 2 different opinions or 3 different opinions or 4 different opinions. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that's the best thing because then certain things that don't work for certain people, they will have it other ways. However, I feel as though it is better if our opinions are rooted in non-hypocrisy or, like I said, by definition, following the thing. I mean, anybody is liable to have it, but I just wanted to show you guys that definition because a lot of people were saying, well, no, if you take her to the movie theaters, that's not a gift. If you go out to dinner with her, that's not a gift. If you go out and go to the park and buy a soda, that's not a gift. But by definition, you're not expecting her to pay that. You're not expecting payment. So it's a gift. Let's see. Let me put the big screen back on. Let's see. Lover Cobb said, it's a lot of it in South America. There are pros and a professional to hustle for money and girls. Now we're not talking we're not talking about whether or not it's good or bad. We're not even having that conversation. We're keeping that conversation completely separate because I don't want people's emotions or mental perception of paying for pros to diffuse them to distract them from describing exactly what a pro is. So yeah, we're not even talking about whether or not is people consider it good or not. We're just talking about the basics of it. Ahmed Youssef says, to be honest, all women are pros by nature. By nature. Now, even though I have a different opinion on this, I can 100% understand what Ahmed is saying, and he's being truthful to what he believes. So it really, if you I don't want to go too much in details about the beginning of the time and how a woman giving her time to a man for payment, or for what kind of payment has been since, if you believe in the Bible, it's been since Adam and Eve. If you believe in whatever you believe in from the beginning of the time, it's always been there. But I mean, it is what it is, fellas. A John is a trick. It's like you define a word with another word that people probably don't know. But yeah, a trick is someone who, I guess, my opinion, because that's not a definition I can probably look up, but I feel as though a trick is someone who pays. A trick is someone who pays for the thought of something that's not, like paying for a woman to give him an experience that is not a true experience. Like, I'm gonna pay this woman to give me an experience that she doesn't really feel about me, something like that. She has to prove herself to you, just as so you have to prove herself to her. What, the pro? I don't know. Like, for those that are just coming in, I hope you hit the like button. 59 people right now, but we're basically talking about just what makes a woman a pro. Because, like I said, I've seen a lot of guys that's walking around bragging about being with a woman, or not even bragging, just showing off a woman because they really had a good time with her, and the woman didn't charge them. But then I seen other guys who the woman looked at and charged them. What was I watching? I don't know what I was watching, so I'm not probably going to be able to credit the right person. But where was I? If you know who I was watching when I was seeing this person say this, then credit to them. But it was somebody on YouTube that said, listen, it was a woman, and I think it might have been Black Men Travel. It might have been Aaron. Shout out to Aaron. Cause I think Aaron said this, and Aaron was like, it was a woman that walked up to a woman that walked to women. That's for now, I say woman. A woman that walked up to him, and it was him and, like, I think 4 of his guys, right? And she was like, you gotta pay, you I'll go for free, and you I'll marry, or something, or you I'll take out to eat. Does that make her a pro? No. For the first 2 guys, I think that makes her a pro. But for the one she says, I want you to take me out for dinner, and the one that says, I'll give it to you for free right now, she's not a pro, because she's not charging them anything for her time. And I think, it's not about, I mean, like I said, it's not something to brag about per se. Like, I'm not gonna, for me personally, I'm never gonna brag about a woman, because it's no purpose. There's no purpose to brag about a woman. That's not for me. From my perspective, where I'm at, that's not a accomplishment for me to put on a trophy. You know what I mean? My accomplishment would be, I'm changing the world. I'm changing perspective. I'm inspiring others to do stuff, to get out and live their life to the fullest. That's a trophy for me. That's inspiration for me. That's something I could hold up. But a woman, that's not something I'm going to say, oh yeah, look at this. So, but to each his own. To each his own. See, Ozzy, understand? I know I gotta go faster through the comments. Let me put the link in the room. In the meantime, let me put the link in the room while I go through the comments so you guys can join in. Let's see. How do I get the link? 1 second, fellas. 1 second. Pull this up here. There we go. Stop sharing. Invite. And I'm gonna put the link in the room. We'll talk for another 15, 20 minutes, but we'll see. If you want to join in, you want to voice your opinion, here's the link. I'm putting it in the room right now. Like I said, I tell everybody each time, like this, my show, when I do my lives, it's not just about what I think. It's about us having a conversation, still sharp and still. I'm going to learn from you guys. You guys may learn from me. You guys may learn from each other. And it benefits all of us. So If you come in, join the room, only thing I say is, it's a shaking thing. The only thing I say is try not to curse as much. I don't mind about cursing, but I try to monetize these things. So just try not to curse as much because YouTube is taking like 7 days for every one of my videos to review it to make sure it's monetizable, and that's trash. Raskin says if you give her gifts, she's not necessarily a pro, but a sugar baby. I did see somebody say a sugar baby is a pro though. A sugar baby is almost a pro, but it doesn't mean sex is guaranteed. But it's that's a tough one, man, because I think a sugar baby would fall into the pro category because she simply wouldn't be with you if you didn't give her money for her time. I think, me personally, and this is going to sound crazy, I don't think a pro even falls into the having to have a sexual matter with her. I think a pro just falls into having to pay a woman for her time. Now, if a sexual matter is included by understanding, so be it. But I don't think necessarily that because here's the thing. You know how certain guys trick off of women? They get them money to spend time with them. They take them out to eat, and at the end of the day, they still don't get nothing. I kind of consider that woman still a pro. I mean, I kind of consider that woman a pro because she doesn't have to like me. She doesn't have to like the guy. All she has to do is be able to get money from the guy, and I think that would make her a pro. So you know what I mean? I don't think the intimacy of sex is either have to be guaranteed. You got to pay. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I Earn Money says, so you're telling me you take your girlfriend out is different or wife out here? See, Earn Money, you just added another aspect to it. Earn Money, you added another aspect. The aspect you added was that she's a wife or a girlfriend. That's a significant other. I think that takes away from her being a pro because that's your significant other. I'm just talking about a woman that you just met or you're courting, or a woman that you talk to that doesn't have the title of girlfriend or wife, because that title changes the whole situation. Montana, here was a question. I asked it again. The question was, if I'm with a woman, right, and she doesn't charge me for her time, we go out, we have fun, we have a good time afterwards, right? And then you're with a woman, and she says, "Hey, I want $500 for your time, for you to be with me, for you to have my time. I want you to pay me $500." Does that make her a pro, or does that make her a pro to you? You know what I'm saying? That's the question right there. That's the question right there. Definitely hit the like button. There's a difference between a date and payment of exchange of services. It's a difference. It's a difference just in your head, because now you're not you in particular, but it's the difference just in your head because both ways you have to come out of pocket. Both ways you have to come out of pocket in hopes of getting a result that you want. To me, a pro is a woman. I guess it's about my definition, because for me, the pro is about the time. It's about a woman wanting her time. Because here's the thing: you could spend all this money on a woman just for her to be around you, and she not give you nothing at the end of the day. She's still a pro because she's expecting that money. She's expecting the money from you just to spend some time with you. The sex part is an extra additive of it. It depends on the type of date. Caesar, exactly, Caesar. Raphael says, "What do you mean?" Oh, he told Caesar. Okay. He said, "Let's say I meet her randomly walking down the street. She gives me her number, and we go on a date that weekend, and I pay for the date. She's not a pro." But you guys, I don't know if Raphael, I don't know if you were one of the ones that say a gift makes a woman a pro. If she takes gifts for her time, is a pro. But if you were, then technically that would be. But if you didn't say that, then I don't know, maybe not, because she didn't charge you for the time. James Harden is a fool, new fool. You guys are wilding. Yes, she is your novia, and you go eat at a restaurant. You have to pay, yeah. But if she invites you, she has to pay. Yeah, I mean the whole. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know. I don't really know. I mean, I believe that, but I don't really know many women that's gonna pay, even if she invites you. I've been to Brazil 3 times, 3 months going back. Oh, that's dope, man. Unfortunately, not having a New Year celebration in Brazil this year, so We over 30 minutes, so you gotta ask any question you guys want. I'm gonna put the invite in the chat room one more time for anybody that wants to join and give their opinion. Because I know the chat moves fast. I'll put that in there. There we go. Isaac says, "You still paying for something, Raphael?" Yes, you are. You are. Like I said, Raphael, the way you gotta look at it is like this. So if you have a woman, right, that only wants to hang out with you when you pay for her to go get some food, or you pay for her to go shopping, or you pay for her to go, I don't know, go to an activity or take her on a trip, and the only time she wants to hang out with you is when you are spending money on her. That's a pro. It's a pro. It's a pro. If she's not your girlfriend, if she's not your wife, that's a pro, because by definition, you're paying for her time. No, I mean, like I said, it's my opinion. We all have different opinions, but let's converse about it. In Panama, I met nothing but pros. Yeah, I can. I've been in Panama before, but I really didn't step out the airport. I don't think so. I was there for a while, but I don't think I stepped out of the airport. If I did, it was only to go to the store to get something to eat and come back. Omni about to blow out crypto. Okay. Our man says a woman who acknowledges your existence through some type of payment is considered a pro. I like the definition, man. Only I like the way I like this definition. Hold on, let me take a picture of this. I like this definition, man. I like this definition. This is a good definition, man. Hold up. Let me take a picture of that real quick, y'all. I probably could look it up later, but it's easier this way. All right, there you go. A woman who only acknowledges your existence through some type of payment is considered a pro. That might be the definition I'm going to start to go with, man. That might be the definition, because it doesn't involve a sexual experience. It just involves time, and yeah, that's pretty good. Shannon Brown says, "I'm in the BMT group. The guy in the group didn't get charged for that encounter, but the chica is a pro." Shannon Brown, I guess I wasn't specifically talking about. I don't want to specifically mention a certain person or say anybody's name like that, but that situation in my book, to him, I feel as though he was right. He would be right saying she's not a pro, because that's not his experience with her. But with somebody else that might have paid, then she would have to be a pro. By definition, she would have to be a pro for that other person. But for me, I wouldn't consider her a pro. I can't. It's hard. It's hard. It's like it's hard. It's hard to it. Ali Parker says, I think the same rules apply when you wife a girl that you know has been around the block a few times. She might have been promiscuous with everyone, but when she's with you, she decided to wipe her. I don't know if. Okay, so the next time I'm not going to use this camera because it's shaking the thing too much. I don't know if, when you're talking about a woman who's a quote unquote hoe or a promiscuous woman, if that falls in line with the definition of a pro. The reason why I say that is because once a woman has been around the block, she's going to be considered a whore. That has nothing to do with who she's with. She is not. That has nothing to, because it's an activity that she does like frequently. You know what I mean? So it's not like it's tough. It's a little tough difference. It's a little difference, but I get what you're saying. King's Dream, likes cool. Do you know what locals say about Sasua? They call it host. see, Earn Money could talk about that, because Earn Money owns a place in the DR. I haven't been to Sasua yet, so I wouldn't speak on it. But Lover says, depend on where you're at. It's a lot of women in America that pay for man food and drinks. I wouldn't say a lot, man. I've had it done before, but bro, I wouldn't say a lot. I definitely wouldn't say a lot. Ozzy says, the best is when you take a chick home from the club, do your thing, and she leaves without payment. Yes, that's a good time too. At the same token, did you buy drinks at the club? Did you pay for her entrance? Did you send her Uber home? You know what I mean? Payments coming sometime. Let me see. Raphael says, if you pay someone for her time, she's still a pro. Right. Okay, now we gotta have this conversation, Raphael. Now we gotta have this conversation, because if that is the premise that you agree with what I agree with, then giving her a gift is payment for her time. No? Then okay, let's break it down a little bit simpler. If a woman says, I want to hang out with you, but you got to take me to the movies. I want to hang out with you, but you got to take me to the mall. I want to hang out with you, but we got to go do an activity like go overseas and take a trip, or we got to go to the theme park or something like that. That, by your definition, that would be a pro. So if you're telling me that the girl says you want to go on a date and you got to take her somewhere, then she's a pro. The moment, because the moment that you take that woman on a date, she will be a pro by your definition. That's not the same as take. I mean, okay, we all had different opinions. I just wanted to show, and I like this, that we having this conversation back and forth. I'm not saying you're wrong. Please, don't take it that I'm saying Raphael is wrong. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm just trying to understand how paying for someone's date when you're coming out of pocket paying for them is not the same as paying for their time. Because if you took away paying for the date, they wouldn't give you the time. But I'll leave it at that, because I know we just got different opinions. And yours is not wrong. Yours is not wrong. Mine's not wrong. Yours is not wrong. It's just two different opinions. Caesar says it depends what type of woman you date in Colombia. Colombia a little different. I mean, here's the thing, and a lot of people forget this, man. Pros are legal more places than they're not legal in the world. Hear me again, fellas, ladies. Pros are legal more places than not around the world. But as United States citizens, we've always been taught this one way of life. We've always been taught the United States way is the way that the whole world is. But it's not. It's not even the majority of the world who follow the United States. It's just that the United States, we are the superpower. We have the biggest military. We have the best, the most money, or highest economy. So those things give us the leadership role. But it doesn't mean that all the other countries operate the same way. And pros are an acceptable part of society around the majority of the world. So the majority of the countries have that as an acceptable form of society. Do you? No, I only allow super chats on the premieres to my Black Man's Guide, because I don't feel as though I want my ideas, because we go deep into a lot of stuff. I don't want my ideas and stuff to be influenced by anybody giving money. I don't want people to think that I'm jumping ahead or going to skip. If you came here on time, you got a comment, I'm going to get to you by the end of the show. But I appreciate it, man. Just like button, share, whatever you want. That's good too. Not a working girl and a family girl. Okay. Check this out. All right, check this out. Boom. Here you go. Thank you for that one. Okay, hold up. Caesar, thanks for that one, Caesar. All right, so check this out. I'm gonna leave this one up when I say this right here. If a woman in Colombia, we're gonna sit with Colombia because everybody likes Colombia. I can do Brazil too, but I'm gonna add Todd in the room real quick. Todd, give me a second. If a woman in Colombia, right, has a job, she has a family, she works every day, she takes care of her responsibilities. She has a big problem where her son falls and breaks her arm, right? And then now she needs all this money to help her son get to the hospital and get fixed, right? So she takes a weekend and she goes out and she sells her time for money, right? And then she never sells her time for money again. By definition, you guys are saying that's going to be a pro. Y'all don't see nothing wrong with that? That definition? Y'all don't see anything wrong with that. Ty, you there? I think he just left for the stream. I'll wait till he come back. I'll wait till he come back and I add him back again. Oh, he's back. He's back. What's going on, Todd, in the building?
Hey, how's it going, guys? How's it going,
man?
How's it going?
All
It's
right.
kind
So
of a
what's
little hard for me to hear you,
okay? So
but
what's
I
your
just want to say shout out to you, Flyboy Way. I'm down here in Medellin right now because of you. Because of you, man. That black man's God put me over the top, and I said, man, I gotta go. I gotta get down there before they start doing the vaccine thing. So
Mhm.
I got down in here, man. I'm gonna get out, man, having a blast. So hey, big
All
ups,
right.
guys. You got to get down here. You got to make it. You got to make the sacrifices. You got to do what you got to do to get down here. That's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to say big shout outs to you, man, and thank you for all that you're doing and keep it up, man, because you're
I,
inspiring us, bro.
I
You're
appreciate
inspiring
it,
us.
Doc. Appreciate it, man.
Peace.
Peace. That's dope, man. That's definitely dope, man. That's definitely dope, man. See, like I said, fellas, it's not for me. It's not about the money. I get money other places. You guys know I got the condo in South Beach. I own properties in New Jersey. I got stocks. I got crypto. I got a bunch of other stuff going on. It's stuff like that, man, because we wasn't always given this opportunity, at least as Black United States citizens. We are in a country that most of us aren't, descendants of. I mean, and then if you want to go into it, I don't even know if we feel too great going back to Africa because we don't have no connection with that. Well, at least I don't feel as though I have a connection with that. I have a connection with Black United States citizens. Now, I speak for everybody, not Black, not just Black, but everybody. But the connection I have growing up as a Black man in Newark, New Jersey, when I see stuff like that, dudes doing stuff like that, like going out of the country, he knew what was coming up. He said, "Yo, I'm not gonna let this opportunity pass me. Let me get over there before they change the rules and get what I want to get done, bruh." It's just showing you guys it's possible, man. All right, let's get back down to it. So shout out to Todd, man. Shout out to Todd. Um, he says, "What chicks are you meeting in the UX that tell you, Raphael? What? Oh wait, what? Wait a minute. Take me. Hold on, Raphael. Bro, hey, Raphael, bro. Exactly where in the United States do you live? I gotta know. I gotta know because if you live anywhere in the tri-state area, you see it all the time. If you live in Miami, LA, any major metropolitan city, you will see women that will say, okay, they're not gonna say, you got to give me money for their time. They're not gonna, because the States is not as legal as it is around the rest of the world. But you think you're not gonna have to take a woman out somewhere nice to kick a time with her? That whole Netflix and chill stuff, it don't happen that often after like 20, man. After like 20, unless you're dealing with women that's not the top or at least greatest quality. I gotta know what part of the states you in, Raphael. Let's see. If she doesn't reach in the C-Spin, wait, you got me here, C-Spin. If she doesn't reach in her pocket after a few times, she's a pro. One time is fine. Two is okay. Three's a pro. Bro, reach in her pockets? Yo, let me add Raphael to the chat. Shout out to Raphael. Came in the chat. I like that. I like that. What's up, man? Oh, you muted yourself, man? Unmute your mic.
Yeah, I had myself on mute. My bad, man. I don't have my camera on because my
That's
stage is
cool.
a mess right now, but it's all good. No, man, I live in the DC area. I'm actually originally from Jersey. Actually, I'm from North Carolina. I lived in Jersey. My mom lives up there, so I'm pretty familiar with Jersey, Philly, all that. So let me explain like what my point of view is on this. All right, so check it out. I don't know if you've ever done it. I've seen it done, and I've seen other people do it. You can actually book when you book pros. They usually here, at least in the United States. That's all I can talk about. Okay. In the States, I've seen it done. They tell you, hey, when you book me, you're booking me for my time, and anything else that happens after that is between two consenting adults. That's usually their agreement. So if she comes over to your place, you give her $200, whatever it may be. That's for her time, and whatever happens after that is up to you two. Now, I've seen, because this happened to my cousin actually, I've seen guys get hustled like that, where they give the woman the money and then nothing happens. She's still technically a pro because you're paying her for her time.
Yes, now I agree.
So then that's one side of it. The other side of it, in my view, is if I'm walking down the street and I meet Shorty and her and I talk and she gives me her number and we like, yo, let's go out on a date this weekend, whatever, boom. We go on a date. I pay for dinner. I pay for the drinks, whatever it may be. I don't see her as a pro, in my opinion, because I'm not paying her for her time. I'm paying because I'm making the investment in getting to know her with the intention of there potentially being something else down the line, whether it be sleeping together, whether it be she becomes my girlfriend and we going out from there. That's how I kind of define it too. It's based on what your intention is and what your understanding is at the time of the agreement. If I book a pro, I know I'm booking her for her time. I'm giving her money for her quote unquote time with the expectation of sleeping with her. If I don't sleep with her, then I got hustled by a pro. But if I go on a date, that's something different.
So when you go on a date, you don't spend money on the woman in expectations for possibly sleeping with her in the future.
If that is my intention, yes.
So that's the definition that you said for the pro too?
No, it's not, because her intention is to get paid for her time for that 1 hour or so. The date, her intention is not to get paid for the time. Now, you used an example earlier of like, what if a chick only hits you up to get taken to dinner or something like that? Mm-hmm. That's totally different as well too. And because I have friends that do that. My homegirl, she only hits up with some guys that she knows when she gets hungry, when she wants to go to dinner, when she wants to go to a party, et cetera, et cetera. And I call her out on that shit all the time. Oops,
would she be a pro though?
I look at a pro as someone who you're expecting to have sex with. So I don't know what the agreements are between her and those dudes that she does that with. But I call her a hustler.
It's kind of like semantics a little bit. Just a little bit like semantics, because by definition, by what you explained, rather, it sounds like she's doing the exact same thing the pro is doing.
She's hustling. She's hustling people.
And
but,
the pro's not hustling?
But if she was a pro, she would take that money and she would have sex with them.
But just like you said earlier, if she doesn't have, if she just gives you that time and she doesn't have it, then she would have hustled you.
Not if she's, but the pro has probably has been paid to have sex with someone.
Okay, so you all right, okay. So for a pro for you, and no, we're gonna get right to you, but for a pro for you, the sex has to be involved.
Yes, because that's my expectation. When I give you that money and you're coming over for an hour, we ain't gonna play Xbox for an hour.
See, I understand what you're saying now, but for me, the pro aspect doesn't have to be involved. I mean, the sex aspect doesn't have to be involved for me to consider her a pro, because I know there are women out there like sugar babies who wouldn't be with a guy unless you pay for their time. Noel, what's going on, man? Welcome back to the show, man.
What's going on, man? What's going on, man?
What you got on the topic, man? What's on your mind?
I was just thinking, you saying, because you got to think about it. All men that get something, we all spend money, regardless. We all spend money, whether it's your wife, your girlfriend, or a pro. You all spend money, because to get something, you're going to have to spend time. It's going to cost money. So if you're going to call somebody a pro, then pretty much they all pros, because you got to spend money. They just ain't going to give it to you for free. I mean, some might do, but it's I see and where I live at, that the women, you got to spend time. You got to spend time, which costs money.
Which means that, but all right. But at the end of the situation, does the ending, Raphael, I didn't mute Raphael, I don't know. But does the ending, no, I didn't. Okay. Does the ending determine whether or not she's a pro? And does it have to be sexual intimacy for her to be considered a pro? Or can she be like a sugar baby who's just taking your money and you're giving you her time for that money?
See, I think that goes back to the expectation, because I've seen, like, my last roommate, an older gentleman, like I think he was like near in his 50s or something like that. He would take young women with him on like vacations and stuff like that. I knew he wasn't having sex with them because he was telling me he wasn't, but he was paying them for their time just to have an attractive woman there with him.
That's
so that was a sugar baby.
That's cool.
So that's a what?
That was a sugar baby in my opinion, because they never had any intention on having sex. She knew that, and he knew that.
See, this is exactly why, like, when in the black man guys and things like that, I always say a pro is a woman, a professional woman who takes money for her time, because I don't think that the sex part, me personally, I don't think the sex part is the requirement for her to be considered a pro. Simply because if I go to a casa or something like that, and I just sit around and talk to the woman for an hour, at the end of that hour, I still have to pay her money, without if we had sex or not. I still have to pay her the money. So it's like it literally is paying for time.
Well, you got a lot of that in Miami too. You got a lot of older guys. I've been there. I've seen a lot of older dudes with these young girls. You know they not getting them, but they paying for their time because they giving them time to talk.
Yeah.
So it is. If they want sex,
Now, I guess if they wanted sex, they probably can get it for them. But a lot of older dudes that I've seen down in Miami, when them boys with them Mercedes and the nice cars, some older guys, they not doing it, but they paying for these girls because these girls is they trophies. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I've been reading a lot of your messages. You've been saying a lot of good stuff. Like even when you say here, gentlemen, we pay one way and another. Women are pros just by the nature of it. Yes, that like it's strong messages. These are strong messages. I just try to get us like to kind of understand it because like it kind of shakes me up when it's like, all right, if a guy just is happy with a woman and she's like not a pro for him, I'm not saying a wifer by far. By far, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm just saying is that I don't feel as though I don't feel as though if she's not charging you for her time or charging you for her intimacy, you can possibly consider her a pro fairly. I don't think that's a fair assessment.
Because I also think too, like you were saying, how you come up to the one that have 5 guys. She points you to one guy, you gotta pay. You gotta take him out to dinner. I do for free. You see what I'm saying? My thing is, it all depends how they feel. If they feeling you, because I don't care what the situation is. If they're not feeling you, they're not feeling you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and here's another thing too. Like, you can possibly turn. Here's the thing I was gonna say earlier. In these countries, like, and I don't want to just keep specifically. Oh, King James, I'm gonna add you. Q, I'm gonna add you after I say this. Both of you guys, I'm gonna add you in the room after I say this. And I don't want to specifically say Colombia because I don't want to keep saying it's Colombia. But in countries that are not as economically sound as United States is, a woman is more inclined to take money for her time because it is acceptable. So when we look at it, it's like
it's in their culture.
Yeah, it's like thank you. Your friend said it's in the culture. So I think the way that we look at it as United States citizens, sometimes it kind of demoralizes it because that's how it works. And our United States culture and guys, I know there's a lot of guys here. If any women here and they feel offended, my bad. I'm just going to speak my mind. And our United States culture is a big feminist culture for women. So they put the impact out that this is that a woman who sells her time or her body for money or gives her time or body for money is not a good moral thing. So then we go to these countries and we feel as though by us involving ourselves in that's not a moral thing. But that's just the way one country, the United States, looks, not the rest of the world.
Right.
Yeah, we picture things as being taboo. It's just like going on a new beach. They got new beaches all over Europe, but you come to America, it's like, oh, it's a new beach and it's a big deal. But over in Europe, it's like they got new beaches all over the place.
Oh man, shout out to Q. I had just added Q to the room. He left. Q, if you want to come back, you come back. But welcome, King Jin Dreams in the building.
What's going on, man? What's going on, people? What's going on, gentlemen?
What you got on this topic, man? What is your thing with I said if she's not a pro, she just charged you. So if she doesn't charge me anything for her time, but she charges you, is that a pro? Or if she doesn't charge you for her time, but she charges me, is that a pro?
Yeah, because I mean, here's the thing, right? So like her mentality is that she's gonna charge sometimes and not charge all the time. Like how you had said kind of like in the beginning monologue, semi-pro, right? So like that's still a pro, whether it's a semi-pro, part-time pro, whatever it is, it's still a pro.
Okay, but let me ask this question.
All right, go ahead.
Is there an amount of times that she has to do it to make her a pro? Like, let's say this woman she's a doctor. She has she's a doctor in Venezuela. Venezuela is having a hard time. So she goes to Colombia, she spends time with a guy, and he pays her for her time. She goes back to Venezuela the next week. She's a doctor. She doesn't go back to Colombia again. She's a pro now, right?
She a pro.
Part-time pro.
Yeah,
I
she's still a
can't. I
pro.
can't
She's
consider
still
that a pro, man.
She,
I
No,
can't.
she a pro with
no,
Dr.
no,
Pro.
she's still a pro, fam. Come on, man.
All right, so let me break it down a little bit easier. And Q, I want your opinion on this right after I say this. Kings and Dreams.
What's
So
going on?
let's say my son or my daughter gets in a like a bike. They hurt their foot on a bike. I go and I apply ointment and bandage to her skin. Does that make me a doctor?
No, it doesn't make you a doctor, but see, here's the thing, like with your analogy,
Mm-hmm.
so here's the thing, like with your analogy, what you're missing, right? So the thing is, like with pros, so even if you do it once in a while or whatever the case is, you're a pro. So if your son or daughter gets into an accident and you're helping them, that's just being a parent. There's a difference.
Okay, let me give a better example then. If I'm playing basketball on the court, right?
Yep.
And I go to basketball, I go to the court and play basketball one time. Does that make me a basketball expert?
No, it doesn't.
I don't understand. Like for me, it's like maybe the knowledge is not the greatest, but
so Fly, so disclaimer, Fly and I, we bros. We've talked about this a couple of times. This is why we smiling, but but the truth
I'm just saying,
okay.
I just don't feel like doing something once. It qualifies you to be that defined by that.
So okay, like I get
once,
it, right?
Once or twice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I would say she's a survivor, if you will, but that's still a pro thing that she did. That's still a pro thing.
Hey,
yeah.
Hey Q, what do you say, Q? Hey Q, you there? Hey Q, can you hear me?
I think he might be on mute.
Nah, it's not muted. I'll mute first and I'll mute again. Hey Q, you there? We can't hear you if you're talking, Q. But all right, we keep going, King James. I'm looking at the comments.
Okay. But yeah, so like what I was saying, right? Like even if she did it, once or twice, whatever the case is, that's still a pro.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I get it because with some of these countries, they don't have the access to resources like in the United States, Canada, what have you. So yeah, they got to do what they got to do to survive. But that's still a pro.
I don't know.
Okay, so love entertainment says use of time and or resources of any kind is a cost to the giver or the one offering. So by definition, a woman could be a pro. I mean, by his definition, rather, a woman can be a pro if you take her out on a date.
Yeah, and that was one of the things that I was gonna say. Because for me personally, like until that said woman proves herself, and take her out to the date, we go for coffee, whatever the case is. I'm gonna assume that she's a pro until she proves me otherwise. But again, this is just me. That's my mentality.
Okay, Q, you back with some sound?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
You can hear you clearly. Hey, Ali, I'm gonna add you to the room, but I'm gonna let Q go first, and you go after Ali. After Q, Ali. All right, go ahead, Q.
Yes, sir. Y'all appreciate you guys, fam. Appreciate y'all, everybody on here. A lot of times we have to understand and make sure is that one time a pro, all time a pro, man. If she's gonna touch that lifestyle, she's gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's them tendencies, man. It's that slight hint that you pick up in a conversation when things have been going good and you just like, yo, I'm really feeling this shorty, yada yada yada, and then you get that slight, you know what I'm saying? We all done seen that little like, maybe was that a yellow, was that a red flag? It's them pro tendencies, man, because she dipped in it maybe a little bit, dipped out, you know what I'm saying? Finessing the game, she going by, she just, hey, you know what I'm saying? We know how it is. She just trying to make her dues, but that's not the wife move. That's not. We gotta understand the game. We gotta know the prices. We all gotta understand and go out there on the same level and the same mindset. So people ain't getting taken advantage of. Because we got old heads out here. They watering down the game they're saturating the game to where, you know what I'm saying, we can't just go around and do what we want to do. Now they're talking about $500, $300. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy out here because they out here wilding. These old heads is wilding out here. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna hopefully
crazy. I was talking to a girl right now. She's talking about giving her a $7,500 tennis bracelet. I was like, yo, she has
What?
She's deformed, bro. Like she has, what's that called when her fingers are all messed up and stuff? She's handicapped, bro.
Wait, what? Wait,
She's handicapped, nigga.
Whoa.
She's handicapped, bro.
Wait,
she's handicapped, bro. Like her fingers, she's missing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
wait, so you're dating the girl that's missing fingers and stuff?
She has lupus, bro. These old heads came I'm like, the cat was fired, bro, because the cat was fired. You know what I'm saying? These old heads come around. You know what I mean? They come up in there with the blue chew, and they own them, man. They come in with the blue chew and that Social Security. You know what I mean? And they living life, bro. That blue chew, that Social Security killing them right now, man.
No,
There's levels to this what's going on right now.
Hey, Ali, I'm gonna let you follow that. I gotta take a break. Ali, I'm gonna let you follow that. What's your ideas on the subject, man?
I think they're all pros. Like even with the basketball scenario. Now, if you were playing basketball and you was getting paid for it, then yes, you were a pro. But if you was just taking a couple shots, no, I'm not gonna say that. But I think it's as soon as you start taking money, that's when you cross the line, or gifts. Because like I said earlier, I don't think that we ever go into like a date not expecting to get something in return. You know what I'm saying? So even if I'm buying the ticket, I'm paying for everything, I want something in return. I'm not just there. You know what I'm saying? And then if you're not paying, like that one just said, if you're not paying, then you're giving her something else. You might giving her clout. She might like to be seen with you. You might have a nice car. You know what I'm saying? There's some type of exchange that's going to happen.
So this is what gets me, and I think this is a better analogy here, hopefully. It's like a one-time thing and it's automatic. I know it's tempting, like once you do it once, you know you can go back to it, but that's like kind of saying like any woman that does Tootsie is automatically a drug addict, or does drugs is automatic. That does weed, smokes weed once is a weed head, or smoke weed once in a while is a weed head.
It makes sense, but look at this. If we chilling, she gonna laugh at all the weed jokes. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep.
Like it's tendencies. Like we gonna pick up on like what? Like how you know that's funny? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's stuff in there where it's just like if you're the type of man where you got, you know what I'm saying, you got some depth and some substance to you, you're gonna want to know the type of woman you moving, you know what I'm saying, how you doing your business, who's around you, and stuff like that. And you picking up on those type of things, somebody else gonna pick up on that. You know what I mean? And you don't want to have her by your side and you making a business move. And what if somebody want to come up and mess up your move and give her 10 stacks? You know what I mean? Or throw her 20 stacks to throw your game off. You know what I mean? Right. It's right. You gotta understand it's positions.
I get what you guys are saying. Like I said, me, it's gonna always be. It's hard to accept once a pro, always a pro. It's not like a to me, like you could say once a hoe, always a hoe. But I think a pro is different because a pro is someone who literally takes money for the time. But I can see
one thing that I got.
So
let's go Ali and let's go King James.
One thing that I got, from my father that I felt like it was a really good thing. He said, whatever you do to get her is what you got to do to keep her. So if you start off giving out that money right away, then for the rest of the time, every time you see her, that's what it's gonna be. But if you can land the deal with your word piece, then that's what, what I'm saying, you won't have to, come out that pocket. But whatever you got to do to start, that's what you got to do to keep her.
King James?
Yeah, just to piggyback on what he just said, like if you start off spending money and you start spending money and kind of doing the SIMP thing, like you're gonna have to continue on that trend. But if you able to have game and keep her in line, then you're good to go.
All right, so I want to ask. We got some more time. I want to go around the whole panel. We got Raphael, Noel, Ali, Q, and King James. We're gonna go just in that order: Raphael, Noel, Ali, Q, and King James.
All right.
This is why I want to know you guys' opinion on this one. You're dating a woman. You've been dating her for about let's say you've been dating her for about 2 months. Because 1 month might not be. You dating her for about 2 months, right? None of your boys know her. Nobody on the block know her. She bad as hell. She look like the Colombian chicks She looks like a Brazilian chick. She bad as heck. She white, whatever you like. You find out that there was a rapper that paid her $5,000 to sleep with her, right? Are you just dumping her right away? And you've been hitting her for free, but this rapper paid $5,000 to sleep with her. Are you dumping her right away to say, "Oh, you're a pro. I don't want to be with you no more," or "I don't want to be around you no more," or are you changing the way you treat her? Raphael, you go first.
Am I going to change the way I treat her? No. Am I going to dump her? No, because that's her business for what she's done before her and I got together. The same way she doesn't need to know about anything I've done before she was around, the same way I don't need to know about that type of stuff, in the same way she doesn't need to judge me. That's just my opinion on that. I'm not going to judge or react to someone today because of something they may have done years before me, months before me, or whatever that may be. That's their business.
But wait, but what happened to once a pro, always a pro?
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I was actually going to ask King James, how does someone prove to you that she's not a pro if she's done it before?
But before you, I want to go around the panel to see what everybody says. And then we're going to go to King James to answer that question. Noel? Oh, he's not here no more. All right, so I guess we're going to King James with that question.
Yeah, so how does she prove to me that she's not a pro?
No, not that one. We're going to go to the original question first, and then you can answer that question secondly. But the original question is, you've been dating and kicking with this woman for 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
You find out that there's a rapper that paid $5,000. Let's say Lil Baby paid $5,000 to sleep with her. What's your next moves? It's once a pro, always a pro. What's your next move?
I mean, like, am I still gonna smash? Yeah, but like, I'm gonna raise an eyebrow and not take her as seriously as I did before.
Because she took $5,000 for it.
Yeah, because it's like, all right, so you took $5K to smash Lil Baby, the baby. Shoot, baby, you know how many babies there are anyway. But it's like, yo, you took $5K to smash one of them, and like, so if you do it, like if you did it once before, you may do it again. And unfortunately, like the way how things are, like in modern times, like men, we got to be on our P's and Q's when it comes to modern women, man. So yes, I'm gonna be on my P's and Q's with that. Like, am I still gonna smash? Yeah.
Before we get to Ali, answer the other question that Raphael asked.
Oh, so a woman. So I just want to make sure I got the question right.
My phone.
So a woman that is perceived, that I perceive as a hoe, and she may not have done like get five bands from somebody to sleep with them, but I'm sorry, say that again.
No, so I was asking, like, if you perceive a woman to be a hoe or a pro at one point, you said she has to prove to you that she's not one. I'm asking, how does she go about proving that?
Right. So okay. So let me just clarify what I have said. So I said for me that I perceive like any woman that I'm courting, I perceive all of them to be hoes until they prove me wrong. So what I mean by that is, no, it's the truth.
Keep going, man.
It's the truth. So I perceive them all to be hoes until they prove me wrong. So how they prove me wrong is being proactive as far as getting my attention, not having racy things on social media, or maybe not even having social media, and just making sure that they're being accommodating and really being on my program, making sure that they follow my lead.
All right, so we can go to Ali. Ali, you've been kicking with this girl for 2 months. Y'all kicking it. She fly as hell. She one of the best women you ever met. You find out that Lil Wayne paid her $5,000 to knock it down. What's the next move?
I mean, I'm not gonna just kick her to the curb, but like King said, I definitely would have one eye. I gotta watch, because I'm like, he probably didn't told somebody about her. $5,000 probably ain't a lot of money. That come around again. And, it just be leery. I have to be leery. And then for the second question, I would have to do some type of test. You know what I'm saying? She might comment, "Oh, your guy looks cool in that outfit." Okay, I might have him try to slide in on her real quick and see what happens, just to see if she'd go or not. because from that point forward, I would just always be like, okay. I mean, you should have not told me, but now that you told me, I'm gonna be worried.
Before I ask you, Q, yes, Rick, Carnival is still happening in Colombia right now, as of now. Hey Q, what's your thoughts? You've been kicking with this bad chick for like 2 months straight.
We're getting some feedback. Can you mute everybody and just let us?
Hey Q, hold up.
Yes, sir.
Hey King James, hold up. King James, I'm gonna tell you how to fix it, King James. You gotta go. You gotta mute the or pause the video in the background on your phone.
Oh no, I'm not on YouTube.
Okay, hold on a second. All right. So whoever it was, just stopped. Q, you've been kicking it with this bad chick. I don't know, Colombian, Jamaicans, bad as hell. 2 months. 2 months ain't gonna pass. She ain't showing you no signs of nothing. She been kicking it with you for 2 months straight. All cool. You find out that Drake paid her $5,000 to beat the box down. What's your next move?
Damn. Man, well, I'm gonna have to approach the situation with some sort of redemptive value to see if her character is there, because like I said, if she came to the point where if little baby is like, okay, somebody from his clique had to come to her, try to rap, she was like, no, she wasn't feeling it, and then somebody had to come rap to her like, oh well, here's $5K, come with whoop. So I'm gonna have to find some type of way to redeem her value to myself. She's gonna have to prove herself to me that she wants to be about my name. She wants to lift me up and my name of value up. And until she shows me her
Wait, Q, say it again. Until she shows you her. Is this just me? Can anybody hear Q?
No, I can't hear him. But I think what he was trying to say is like, until she validates herself, he's still going to be on his P's and Q's when it comes to her.
But I think that was a real scenario. Wasn't there like a doctor that found out his girl was like an Instagram going?
Yeah. Noel, same question. What's up with you, man? We gonna wait till Q come back because I want to hear what he has to say. But you go first.
Oh man. What's the scenario now is
let me break it down for you, Noel. All right, so boom. This is what I was trying to tell Q. You validated this woman. You've connected with her for the 2 months you've been kicking with her. She's one of the baddest women you ever seen. She does stuff. She's submissive. She does whatever how you want it to be. Everything's going great for 2 months. You find out that Jay-Z paid her $5,000 to knock it down. What's your next move?
I ain't really got no next move because I'm not giving you $5,000, shorty.
But it's in the past. It's not like at the point where you.
It's in the past. It is what it is. As long as I'm smashing, it's in the past. In the past. If anything, I'm trying to get that bag from her. I'm just be honest. There's nothing you can do about that. What's that?
You're not going to change the way you look at it because the whole concept. The reason why I ask this is because I'm going on the basis principle of once a pro, always a pro. So if you find out that in the past, before you guys connected, but you guys been great for 2 months, but you find out in the past she took $5,000 from Hov to smash, your next move is what?
You know that? No, that's just funny because I got a cousin who back in the days he was with this chick, and she was in Chicago. That's when the Bulls had Ron Harper and all them dudes, and she liked it, Ron Harper. So she called my cousin and told him he wanted me to go to the hotel room. My cousin was like, "Listen, everybody got a dream person they want to smash. If you want to smash, that's on you. I can't stop you. But if I get a chance to smash my dream chick, I'm going to. So my thing is, I'm not going to stress it because that was your thing in the past. But if we get together and he call you again, you smash, shorty, I can't mess with you. But in the past is the past. Because if you're gonna be with this chick in the future, you can't keep bringing up the past. I mean, you can't have past affect you if you want to really be with it.
So but you got to assess the character.
I don't know. Q, can you go back to where you was going, where you was leading, because before you got disconnected, because that was
yes, sir. So there's a redemptive value that she has to show. if she's willing to go that far and to allow that conversation to go into depth to where she's drawn into and has to be procured, I want her to show her value for me as a man 10 times over. Now, whether she wants to do that by drawing more value in her name and adding more entrepreneurs, whether she wants to add more wives, whatever she wants to do, I want my name to be great in her mouth. And until she has that factor in it, then I can't proceed. I can't proceed with the relationship. So and that's going to be out the gate, and I'm gonna need that decision right then and there. It's not going to be a decision for her to come home and make. It's a decision right then and there. If she's wavy on that decision, if I say that and right out the gate, she's like, I'm on it. Whatever you need, that I got it. Mm-hmm. That's the type of energy that I need. If she's not on that type of energy where it's just like, it was a move that somebody got, I wasn't here. Well, I can understand the hustler's play. So if that's the place she wants to do, okay, bet you with me now. I'm the king. You know what I'm saying? She's with me. I can understand that value. She wanted the king in the first place, and that's what she was looking for, and she has that. But she's showing me the value that she has in me. She wants to increase my name. She wants my name to be great because she wants to come underneath me and attach my name to her name. And that's what I'm looking for, is the value that she perceives in us. If she can't perceive that fact that, okay, I need to make this guy great, I need to bring around, you know what I'm saying? I need influence, I need to make attraction, I need to be. If I don't see her running around and being busy about me, nah, she need to go somewhere else with all that. Because you can't. There's a value that you have to assess to yourself. If a woman is going to bring that type of character into your lifestyle, you got to hold yourself as a man, and you got to have some type of value for you. You got to be like, okay, that's a move that she made. What's the move that I'm going to make that's going to make me the pinnacle in her life? Because she's already got a rep now. You know what I'm saying? So now your moves got to be a certain type of caliber to where the rep is not phasing it. Oh, she used to met with baby. Okay, yeah, well, now she messing with him, and what I'm saying, they got their thing going on. They got their little relationships. He got like multiple, it looks better. You know what I'm saying? It looks like I'm winning if she's with me.
So it's not just off the table then, like, because it's not just once a pro, always a pro. She can't be redeemed. It's not off the table, right? It doesn't sound like
there's a redemptive principle to it. So it's not once a pro, always a pro. But she was never looking to be a pro though. She was looking for a king.
For the come up.
And there's a difference. There's a difference for a woman with a soul.
You gotta explain that, man. Because I know you're just coming in, but we went back and forth like earlier. We're trying to understand.
I don't know if she exists or not. But so I'm just saying, for me, in that move, that's what I would do. I personally never met a woman like that type of character. I read about them in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? But I never met them. Nigga, I only met pros, bro. What type of woman that's gonna be all about you? Wants your name to be great. You know what I'm saying? Come and attach queens to your name. Wants to bring you 25 miles worth of substance, gold, character. That's what the women did to Solomon. Back in those days, they brought man gold jewelry from all the far different types of land and shit. Nowadays, you lucky to get dinner. So
me personally, I've met a couple. Just that I'm not looking to get. My purpose is bigger than just a woman. So I couldn't really settle down with that. But gazebo, for me, Punta Cana is a tourist destination, man. I mean, you can go outside of the hotel and get a good little vibe if you go outside of the hotel district, but it's still just a tourist area.
It's pronounced Gaza-Jibo.
Oh, Gaza-Jibo.
Gaza. That's a Jamaican thing, like Vibes Cartel.
I should have went so much Jamaican Connect. Ron says Sasua is the greatest place on earth. Okay, I haven't been to Sasua yet, so I can't even say it. I just got to that. Wow, I'm way down. Pause. What do you prefer, paying for sex or dating women? I don't have a preference, honestly. It just really depends on the vibe. Like if I'm in Colombia, I might want to. I mean, if you've seen my videos from my just recent, I say Colombia because my most recent trip from Medellin, then you see I wanted both. I wanted the vibe of going out with the girlfriend experience, and I wanted just that bad girl who's going to pop it up in the club, and I know I got it from the gentleman's club, and she gonna throw it up, and it might cost me 150 mil or 200 mil. I mean, it's two different experiences. He said, I'm from Jamaica. The problem I see with Black American men is that they don't really understand how loved they are around the world. I encourage, that is tough. I encourage them to explore the world and get out the hood. Yes, it's like I said, we said it on the last live, man. 17% of black people travel, and it's not. And a lot of people say I don't understand why they just don't travel, but it's been ingrained in our culture for the last 400 some odd years. So it's not something that people can even do. So only 17% of black people in general have travel international, and of that 7%, only 6% are men. And like I said, you could blame the past forever, but honestly, it's hard to overcome that, man. As a black American, bro, I had a 2 minors try to sell me some cat, bruh. Yeah, let me see.
That hot 40.
Bruh. That's all you gotta say, just bruh.
200 to give me. No. Legal jargon. Sounds like a woman. Sound purple. You guys, let me see. I'm just trying to see if I get any questions here.
So,
Wow, this is really far down. Let me see if I get any questions. No, it's not. It's not legal, Brandon. It's not legal in those other countries. That's what it's independent contractors only. I'm paying. I can't even put that up there, earn money, but I see you, man. Let's see. He said it goes back 1,000. Yeah, I mean, like, man, it's just so tough, man, because I don't want to sound like this big conspiracy theorist, because I'm not. I'm really not a conspiracy theorist. But if you really understood how, I don't know what word to say, how controlled the education system is in the United States, to make sure that, one, people don't get wealth, people of a certain class, not just black or white, but as a certain economical class, don't pass a certain amount of wealth. If you don't get to see how much it is, how much they don't want you to know about the world, like, this pandemic is probably the best thing that could happen to what I feel as though the government, I don't sound like this pandemic is one of the best things that could have happened for them, because it slows down globalization of people. Like, YouTube opened up people's minds, where now everybody knows how to in the United States knows how the rest of the world is. See, the rest of the world knew how the rest of the world was, and they knew how the United States was. But what they didn't have is the opportunity to have as much money as people in the United States. Now, people in the United States who didn't know the rest of the world, we know the rest of the world, and we got the money. And the pandemic just started slowing that stuff down. So, yeah, man, it's tough. He says, SP, if you guys want to jump in at any time, y'all can jump in. In Cartagena at 300. Wait, in Cartagena at 300 mil. Price the pros only. What? What is wrong? He's in Cartagena.
What's 300 mil? What's that, like $80?
It's like 80. It's like 80, a little bit less, like $79, something like that. The price of pros only work 5 days a month. Yeah. Okay. I get what he's saying.
He's like chilling. He's like chill with him for the rest of the 20 days. While they go out and do their thing for the other 5.
I get what he's saying. So, like, if you give him I don't think it's 300 mil. I think it's $300. If you give him $300, that's pretty much what they would make for the whole month. So if you pay him $300, you pretty much got him for the month. Let me see. The pro, it's her job. I need a teammate. Let me see. Isaac says King Push Gaming. Let me see. How much is 300 USD? Times about 3, and it's like 900,000, 900 mil, a little bit over 900 mil. Way over, like probably probably like a 1 mil. Well,
yeah. It's over 1 mil.
It's over 100 mil. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It might be like 1.2, something like that.
I ain't paying for a vacation unless my. I mean, every teacher's own. Like I said, we all different. Like me, I've paid for vacations for women because not a lot of women, too. So I paid because it wasn't a lot for me. Financially, it wasn't a lot, and I wanted a company with it.
But how was your experience though? Your experience was nice though, wasn't it?
It was dope because the fact that I was going to a family gathering. We went to the Dominican Republic because my the first girl, she was a rider, and I took her to the Dominican Republic. The second girl, I took her back to the Dominican Republic because my family had a wedding. My aunt had a wedding in the Dominican Republic, so I didn't want to go there dolo. I didn't want to show up in a wedding because it's in a big resort dolo. So I brought her with me. That was one of the ride or dies. I said she got her own job, she got money, owns a couple houses, but it's just my purpose is bigger.
Right, but the thing is, you did it because you wanted to do it, right?
Max.
You know what I'm saying?
She didn't ask for it.
Yeah, right.
Right, yeah. And I think she paid for a plane.
Yeah, that's a whole different category.
Right, but see, he tried to slide in that quick game. She paid for her flight though. You see, yeah. Come on, man.
Listen, I would have, but she didn't let me. Took vacations, moved nothing. Wait, took them on vacation, got nothing. Wait, what?
Whoa. See what you started? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
when you
no.
out the bag.
Wait, that's
cats
with
lesser tools in their tool belt. You know what I mean? They can get took. So it's
right.
kind of, you got to be careful about. You know,
wait a minute. No.
Some of these cats, they go out there and they
maybe it was a little bit irresponsible. Let me try to explain this a little bit better. If I take a woman on a vacation, I've already hit multiple times. I'm at least smashing raw. It's not to the point where I'm just hitting one. No, I'm smashing raw if I take her on vacation. So I hope you didn't take him on vacation and got nothing in return. Maybe that was just a fluke or something. I won't even fly a woman out to Miami if I haven't hit yet. The Miami tickets round trip is $64. So I'm not even flying a woman out to Miami if I haven't hit yet. So like, I don't know. Let me put that out there for you guys.
Yeah, I went out to Miami. I went out to Miami out in March. I went out to Miami out in March with a shorty. It was a bad experience, but I had been mashing, but she got way too lit. You know, that's another topic for another time. But but I had a good time. So
that dude is lame. Take a woman on vacation. Don't have. I don't say that. I would say they're not informed. You know, lame is kind of tough.
Learning experience.
People just don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Some people just don't know. We got to give, and it's been a long process for us, especially in the United States. So I can understand people that don't know, but yeah, man, definitely lost their mind. Let me see. All right, Keenan says I ain't paying for nothing. If it ain't free, I ain't with it. I mean, I understand everyone has a different view. I'm going to give you a different view. Maybe the guys on the panel will give you a different view because I don't know what they believe, but I'm going to give you my view, and then maybe we can go around the panel what you guys think about paying versus not paying. If you're with it, if you're for it, why not? Maybe give a quick thing. Like I said, we'll go 2 hours and we'll cut it off. For me, it's a different experience. When you pay for something, I'm not going to say you get a better experience. You just get a different experience from like the girlfriend experience. You get like when you know you're paying for something. It's like, all right, shorty, come with me. I want you to work with me. I want you to dance here. Go ahead, make me look good in this club or something like that. And you know, if you do YouTube, I'm sorry, Michael. If you do YouTube, you can video record everything. So it's like for me, if I pay for something overseas, I record it, not the intimacy part, but just us going out doing stuff, and then I make that money back. So it's like a business deal. Let's go to Raphael next, I think.
Yeah. So are you saying we don't pay for anything, like not even date? Well, let me just get it. Me, I have no problem paying for stuff. Period. I got the money to do it. I don't care. I make enough money that I can pay for a date, that I can pay for a trip to somewhere if I wanted to. Like you were saying on Monday. Why are other men worried about what other men spend?
Mm-hmm.
Spend on themselves. That's my money. I'll do whatever I want with it. So I don't have a problem paying for anything. I plan on going to Colombia next year. I'll be paying for something there too. Like that's just how I plan on rolling.
King James.
Yeah. I mean, if you're paying for something. Definitely nobody should be watching your pockets. And I'm sorry, what was the question again? I kind of
he was like Keenan said, I don't have a problem with paying for nothing. If it ain't free, I ain't with it. So basically I said, I'm like, I personally, I don't mind paying for pro, and I don't mind going the free route and just paying for like courting and going stuff. I do both. I'm cool with both because I know the experience around the world. I was just trying to see if you guys have different opinions on it.
Yeah, so to be, I mean, completely transparent, like we're all men here on the panel. courting a woman, or getting a pro, you're gonna have to have some sort of money. And especially the higher quality of a woman, you're gonna have to have substantial amount of money. Like if a woman is like an 8, 9, I don't give tens out, but like if she's like an 8 or a 9, shoot, even a 7, you're gonna have to have some sort of money. Maybe you might be able to get away with that with like a 2 or a 3, but nah, no cap. But you know what I mean? You're gonna have to really have some sort of money. Like I'm not saying that you gotta spend, a bunch of money, but you're gonna have to have a decent amount. You're gonna have to have a reasonable amount of money. So I'm not necessarily sure what he's leading with, but this is, again, this is what I would say with that. So when it comes to pros, if that's something that you want to experience, you're gonna have to have money. And if you just want a regular girl, you going out on dates, what have you, you're still gonna have to have some sort of money.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Q.
even if you're a bit sorry, even if you're a bit even if like the first couple of dates may equivalent to maybe like $50 to $100, but you're still gonna have to have some sort of money. That's my point.
Well, before we get to Q, Jay Berry, I like what you say here. He says she doesn't get the pro title until she's made a career of her services. Hey Q,
Yes, sir.
hey Q, your thoughts on whether or not you would pay for a quarter woman or pay for a pro? Where you go? Like, what are your ideas on it?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it 1,000, man. I fully support not paying and just pulling on with a mouthpiece. I'm from the Bay. I'm from Oakland. From Frisco. I come from there. But at the same time, like I'm about, I got 20, I got 5, I got a 10. You know what I mean? What you trying to, you know what I mean? It's a quick conversation just to get off. I have no problem with doing that. If the vibe where I'm at is everybody, talking money, wherever, with the whoop, I'll holler at somebody and it's a little $40 shot. You know what I mean? Take it back to the crib with $40. She gonna wake up, cook some eggs and breakfast, eggs and bacon shit, get her on the way, whatever. It just depends on where you at. You know what I'm saying? It really just depends on where you're going, what type of vibe you in, how you feeling yourself. If you're really feeling yourself, you're really feeling good, you feel like I could pull somebody just from my mouthpiece, go pull them. You know what I mean? Just go do that. But I wouldn't say go out there and spend like the 200-300s. You can go. I got 40. I got 40 and 50 too, but I'm not that 200-300. If I'm at that place, I'm gonna use my mouthpiece. I'm gonna go pull her. You know what I mean? Because she a challenge now. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna go for the challenge then. I'm gonna go for the juggler. But I'm definitely gonna have some change in my pocket though. Because at the end of the night, if I'm not pulling something, I'm gonna go grab me a little something, a little for sure, back to the crib. Do what it do. And to be honest, sometimes I'd rather have the for sure jump off, just chill out the crib, have a couple of them chill out the crib. You know what I'm saying? And then just let them do what it do. In the morning, get my A's and pick. Just it'll be cool that way. So you really got to be able to, like I said, you got to value yourself as a man and know what you're coming to the table. Because yes, you are going to have to spend something, but it doesn't necessarily mean you have to. The conversation is what it goes for when a woman starts asking for money, she's not really valuing you. So you got to see if I'm out here to smash, bet, that's what it is. But go find somebody that you want to go spend that money on. Don't go fuck with some woman that's coming after you for some money. Make sure your vibe is on. Make sure you feeling whatever type of mood you want to be on. So whatever type of mood you want to do. And that's the most important thing, is that you're happy and that you're exploring, you're having a good time, you're enjoying yourself. You find a little shorty, because you got to make sure that you're making your life go and you guys are having a good time and enjoying yourself. So at the end of the day, you got to make sure that you're having a good time, she's having a good time. You're going to need some money. You're going to need to value yourself, and you're going to need to make a decision of how you want to go out that night. If you're having fun, you're being about your own thing. I got my own game. I want to chase. I want to bag the baddest bitch in the club, just my mouthpiece. Bam, it's a challenge. Put the challenge out the front of homies. $200, for every homie. And we ain't gonna say it's $1,000 pot. Who can pull the baddest bitch? No money for the night. Bam. You know what I mean? Have a little fun with your boys and shit, whatever. You know, just to have some whatever time, whatever.
It's like
And
the
then the
hunt.
next night, you know, he pick out all the winners, all the pros for the next night with the winning money. You know, have some fun with it, man. Just just have some fun with the fellas and shit.
Hey, Ali.
It might be a little weird what I'm about to say, but I think there's a little. I think you should do both. You know what I'm saying? There's some.
I'm feeling that.
So, just going out. Sometimes if you go, you can go to the same club one week and just try to spare the bare minimum, and then go there next time and get the bottle service and just see the experience that is different. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That same chick that might be there the 1 week wasn't feeling you. Oh, now she sees you in the VIP. Now she's trying to slide in there. That's that's one thing, and then it's just like two different experiences that you get when you you can pull them with just using the word piece and stuff like that, but sometimes it's also like a peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? I mean, instead of me trying to hit you with the right bar or say the right words to get it, I just, hey, look, this is what it is. I got this. Let's what you talk about, let's make it happen, and then it's just a done deal. You know what I'm saying? Or you already know it takes off a little bit of pressure. You know what I'm saying? Especially going international. I might not have all the words in the right language correct, but only thing that you do understand is this piece of paper. All right, let's go. You know what I'm talking about. Let's keep it. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it going. But I think.
I mean, I can get it, man. I mean, I can definitely, like I said, it's good that you guys. I mean, no one's wrong, but it's definitely good that you guys have an open mind with everything. Like me personally, once you start to travel, I think your mind gets open more when it comes to whether you're just giving money or giving time. Because at the end of the day, it's always about the experience. It's always about the experience. Like, and even when we go overseas, if you're going overseas for the women first, let it be the women. Let experience the women. Eventually, it may change, and you may want to experience the culture. But if you cut off your experiences or limit your experiences, then you're gonna have a hard time really trying to enjoy things that you do. Let me see if we can wrap this up. I'm gonna look at if you guys got anything to say. I'm gonna look at the room and see if anybody has any questions, and we're gonna go through it a little bit because we got 15 minutes left. If a woman, Ricky Thompson says, if a woman takes you out and pays for everything, does that make you a pro?
Come on,
man.
If you try to,
if a shorty finds out that you gonzo, she gonna do that. She gonna do that, man. That's facts. If a shorty finds out that you gonzo from Muffet Babies, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Erwin, I feel like I understand where people come from with this. I also think there's a certain way you could do it for it to be honest. But I think that what messes up the game is this is off topic, but I think what messes up the game is that when people go over a place without doing any research, or when there's no research to get. Because if everybody is on YouTube saying, "Yo, this is how much you need to pay, this is where you need to go," this is going to happen. People are going to go there and spend exactly the amount they're supposed to be. There's not going to be no rise in price. You're not going to get that guy that goes over there and we said last time and spends $200 US versus 200 mil pesos because the girl asked for 200. You're not going to get that guy if we have a lot of people on YouTube filming and stuff. But at the same token, I understand there are those YouTube creators or YouTubers or YouTube whatever that go and just like sneakily film women and like skimpy clothes sitting on the streets, and I don't see nothing wrong with that if that's for them. But I understand that being a problem, why people have a problem with that. I mean, let's see. If you go on a date, she has no intention to work purpose, then she's a pro. If you go on a date and she has no intentions of going for work or purpose, actually not. Let me see. I'm just trying to read through the messages, see if I see any questions. He says some of y'all ain't keeping it real in the chat. If she looks good enough for one of them to pay for it. I want to say sometimes I think that also. I think when some like even when some people travel, I don't think they've ever seen like a really attractive woman that they know they can just go give $40 and to be good, because I feel as though they go by what they see an unattractive woman and they think pros are all unattractive. But if they go to Brazil and you see one of these women walking in Copacabana or Lapa, or you go to Cartagena and you see one of the women in Dolce Vita, I think you're gonna have a different opinion about paying.
Yes, sir.
I mean, like I said, I got the video, but see, the thing is that some of the baddest women and a lot of people that are not just YouTubers, but people that really, talk to women. You can sense when a guy really, gets women. I'm gonna be real. You can sense when a guy really gets women. You can sense when a guy really knows how to move around like that. A lot of the women, the best women, you're not gonna see on camera because the best women don't want to be on camera. But even the ones you see on camera are gonna be like 8s and 9s. But when you see them in person, you're gonna think, "Oh my God, it's a 10." You're gonna go after it. But I'm not gonna say they're lying, but I think a lot of people it's different when it's in person. It's easy to say on the chat room. It's different when you see that woman in person and she's asking you for $30.
Yeah, definitely know the numbers when they travel and know the numbers, at least the exchange rate.
Says, taking shot play game. Let's see. You'd be lying if you say it doesn't matter if she got 5K. Me personally, I'm not gonna. If I've been kicking it with her for 2 months, it's gonna be, it's gonna be hard for me to look at her a different way. Like all of a sudden, if I found out that she was with a celebrity and the celebrity paid her $5,000, it's like, I mean, it's like, I know, I'm not. It's not something I can be. Now, if she's been with a celebrity that's blowing all her stuff up in the stuff, a little bit different. Like, I'm not gonna say that. What? 2 heads. Let's see.
You don't think you're gonna slide back though for that? If he knows that I can always slide back, I give him 5K, because they'll go run up the numbers with that. They'll throw like 40, 50, maybe 75K on the next trip.
It's different for me because I'm not looking for a significant other. So for me, I would say it wouldn't really matter to me because I know, if anything, that would just it wouldn't matter. But I don't want to say it, but I know a lot of people thinking, okay, and I'm gonna say it because I know a lot of people thinking it. It's gonna up my stock. Think about this. If I'm hitting it for free, but Jay-Z paid $10,000 to hit this, where that put me at? I mean, that's just being real. I mean, that's just really being real. Has these dudes thought about how their mother met their father? If going on a date would make a woman a pro, that means your mom was a pro. That's wild. What you tolerate, you encourage. Let's see. I'm trying to just get to the question because it's a lot of things here. Dre said, I don't know if he's still here, Dre, but going to Medellin next week, go to Gusto's panel.
Yep.
I'd say stop by to see what it's like, but there's better selections.
It's way better.
It's better selections, but you can go and check it out. Let's see. If the chick is getting paid from a rapper, that's not the only rapper just what you guys said. You're right. Just what you guys said. Wow, we talking about Ron Harper? Man. Let's see. If I'm not saying people can't change, they change for somebody else. You guys are savages in the chat, man. This chat is going so fast. I don't think I'm going to get to the end of this chat, man, because it's like it's a lot. It's a lot. If I miss your message, try to come a little bit earlier next time because I'm just looking to see if I see questions or steady comments. Like if he charges for the box, she's a pro. The real pros would not say the same. If she smashes my homie, then me, she's a pro too. Okay. Let's see. Is she on OnlyFans? Is she a pro?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Consensus? Everybody agrees?
Yeah.
Yep.
So are we gonna say once a pro, always a pro, or is there room for change? What's the final call?
Yeah, we I finally got to the end of the list, and I'm just thinking, like, I don't know. I don't know if I can say if it's OnlyFans thing. She's a pro. She's getting paid for her time.
What about Cardi? You guys feel like Cardi's changed?
Nah, B. I think
Cardi?
you mean Cardi. I don't know Cardi B behind the scenes, but I presume so. I presume so. She's married, so I presume.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, she had a verse where she was like, "I don't cook, I don't clean," but then she's on Instagram cooking for Offset, like, you know, like that's cat. Okay, like Beyonce for an example, like all the single ladies, man, she married as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
I
yeah,
don't know why
so
Offset. I would not have married that. That's a whole. I don't know what this nigga was thinking, man.
I'm just saying because she was in the strip club and then she got married and now she got
That's what I'm
kids.
saying, bro. Like, that's not the flex, my nigga. You got money, bro. Like, why would you go?
I mean,
on Charlie, what's it, Christian? I don't say this, man. Yo, that pro for the night is a jip. Let me tell you why it's a jip. Let me tell you why the pro for the night thing is a jip when you pay for the night. I'll tell you why. You meet the woman at the club at 12 o'clock. You leave at like 1 o'clock. You go back to your place, you knock it down, or you go for a time, you give her money for the night, right? You wake up in the morning, that's the end of the night. So basically you paying her to sleep. The night thing don't even ever make no sense to me. Like I mean, don't get me wrong. When I was in Medellin, right, and I was with the and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, we ended up when I was with and I told everybody it was a pro. When I was with the woman in the video, I'm not gonna say who she is because I don't want to say it right. But when I was with the woman who we went to the club and I met her at the gentleman's club, she told me a price. The price she told me was like I'm gonna say it was between, I'm gonna give you an estimate. It was between 150 and 250 mil. I'm gonna say it was in between that. But it was for like 6 hours because she was coming at like 3 o'clock. I'm gonna leave. Oh, it was 3 hours. She was coming at 3 o'clock and she was gonna leave at like 8 in the morning, right? That was kind of a waste of time for me. It was great. It was a great experience. All in all, it was a great experience. But it was a waste of time because I slept like 3 hours. I slept like an hour at a time. So I
no Blue Chew?
The whole night thing, huh?
Yeah, no Blue Chew?
What?
Yeah, no Blue Chew?
Bluetooth?
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh my God.
Wait, he said Bluetooth? What do you mean?
Yeah, Blue Chew.
Oh, you mean to go all night? Nah, man.
yeah.
I mean, you can bust the hell.
I'm 37 years old, bro. I'm still umping and bumping, man.
Man, bust the hell. Put the OT in, man. Get the extra workout, man. Get the quarter thighs.
Oh, man.
Workout in, man.
Bro.
It's about you.
Oh,
It's
man.
about you, baby. At the end of the day, get that workout in, man. Get them hips, get them abs flexing. You know what I mean? Get them.
So I got like
them little upper laps moving. Get it all in.
I got like 5 more comments, and then I want everybody. I'm gonna go through these 5 last comments or 6 last questions, and I want everybody to go into like their final thought on the subject, and then we're gonna end it. So before I do, let me see. That thumbnail. Yeah, thanks, man. Gustos is wild. I'm gonna pay for it, especially the prices, right? To be in a bag exactly. What are better selections? Wait, what better selections? Like the ones in your video? The ones in my video. Oh, well, the non-pro, from my experience. Well, I can't say she was the best because the non-pro, the one in the thumbnail, she's a non-pro. Shout out to Lily. She was probably the most innocent looking good one, but like if you go to the Instagram of the one that I got from the strip club, you're gonna see how she is. This is a type. It's probably like she's probably like an 8, but she's not like the type of average good at the average Medellin chick you see like in La Isla. How do you meet a pro to hang for a week? You would have to converse with them on Tinder because the girls in the gentleman clubs are not going to want to converse, going to hang out for a week, and the women that you see, well, maybe the women you see in Parquilleras might, but it's risky. Let's see. How much should I pay for? If you haven't seen the Black Man's Guide to Medellin, Dre, you want to check that out, man. I tell you the prices are different because it's a lot of different locations and different prices on that. So just check the Black Man's Guide to Medellin. Meet a pro during the day. I'm not really a day smasher, but honestly, you can get a pro during the day. Yes, definitely. Go to El Centro.
Man, 7-Eleven all day, every day, B.
Do you ever go to
Daisy
like
hit
the
it for
Casas?
10 bands. Would not try to start a business.
Yeah, I've been there.
Cardi B got that money too. She cooks Dominican Offset. Yeah, it's like it's a good lifestyle match. How do I join the panel? Chat is about to be over right now, man. Next time you can join the panel, I usually leave a link in the room. And what's good, champ? All right, Ali Muhammad, appreciate you, man. All right, let's go with the panel ending thoughts. We're gonna go Raphael, Q, Ali, and we're gonna end it with King James. Raphael, Q, Ali, ending thoughts on this subject.
Bet, man. I just want to say first and foremost, I appreciate the stuff you do because I watch your channel, get some ideas on where I'm going in the future. Going to Mexico for New Year's. If anybody's in Mexico for New Year's, Playa Carmen, hit me up. We'll be doing it up. I got a table for New Year's Eve, so just hit me and we'll go from there. But my thoughts is at the end of the day, man, you got to mind your own business. If I'm paying for someone else's services, that's my business. That's between me and her, and we're gonna let it roll. If not, then that's also my business as well too. It's up to the woman if she decides if she wants to be a pro or not. I'm really not fighting too much, man.
Oh, since you're going to Playa del Carmen, you want to check out Social Light Skin, man. Shout out to Social Light Skin. Shout out to the solo lone traveler, and shout out to BG. They all in Playa del Carmen. They're expats there. Well, not Social Light, not the loner, but Social Light Skin is, and BG are expats there, and they're cool guys, bro. So you might want to check them out. They're in my Barranquilla video, and if you hit me on Instagram, I'll send you their Instagram, and you can link up with them because they're expats. They live in Playa del Carmen.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I just want to say again, appreciate all you gentlemen. Facts for you guys coming together. I really appreciate the substance you guys have. A lot of people need to understand how to just get out, get things off the chest, live life. And I really appreciate you taking your time to help, you know what I'm saying, for bringing us all together, fam. So shout out to you. I did have a question for everybody, man. Out of your top 3 experiences, were there pros or non-pros?
Or internationally?
Yeah, just were the pros and non-pros?
Okay, so my top experience. I'll start first, but then we go to King James, Raphael, King James, and Ali. But my top first out of my top 3 experiences with women around the world. My first top experience was a threesome in Barranquilla I had with 2 Venezuelan chicks. They were pros. The second one might have been is a tie between Lily and Mimi from Barranquilla because they both gave me the soft felt, heartfelt girlfriend vibe that it's like it's hard to pay for that. It's almost impossible to pay for that feeling. And then the third one would be the threesome I had in Cuba because that was my first international threesome. So I would say those were my top 3.
For me, I would say 2 of my top 3 were non-pros and 1 is a pro.
Yeah, just to piggyback off of Raphael. 2 of my 3 were non-pros. The one experience that I had that were pros. I forget what video it was, Fly, but like you were saying, like I had left with the girls, and I think your camera had died or something like that.
Oh,
so
the threesome, Cartagena?
Yeah. We weren't able to get them on camera, but they were fire. No cap, not even gonna hold you. But yeah, that experience was crazy. That was in Cartagena. But the other two girls, just regular girls. So again, agree with Raphael.
Ali?
My first time, I went to a resort that didn't let people that lived in that area come in. So it was with it was international because I was in another country and they were from Canada. So I felt like that's as international as you can get. So that was kind of cool. And then the second time I had a little bit more understanding of how it works. And those have been pros. And the third time was a pro as well. Because at that time, I felt like I was a pro myself. Went in there, knew what I want, how to say what I need to say, make it happen.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
you want to go with your
But yeah, for myself too, man, I'm gonna go with all three have been pros, man. And
location?
man, I can't even get into the details. I'm gonna just say it's lovely.
Locate, can you give a C?
I would say it's lovely. I love Africa. I'm gonna just say it like that, man. I got a little spot back there, man. I love it. They love me too. So I might have a whole tribe out there. I don't even know.
Yo, Q, we gotta talk, bro.
Oh man, we gotta get more information on that. Ali, your final thoughts, Ali?
My final thought is, yeah, there's pros. Love them.
I mean, but your final thoughts on like whether or not a woman is a pro. If
I just approach every situation like she's a pro first. Show me something else if you're not. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the best way to travel. If I got that in my mind, then at least my guard's all the way up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna think, oh, maybe this is the one. Now I'm just this is what it is. She's showing me something else.
King James.
Before I start, yo, Q, hit me up Instagram. I would need that plug on Africa.
Yo, I be starting wild things at the bars, dude. Yo, I be having it be going crazy, bro. It be going crazy. I be telling people stories. They be trying to like, I got a farm. We can link up. I got some. It's crazy. I got you.
No doubt. No doubt. We'll talk. Well, I just want to say, thank everybody in the chat. Thank you all for being on this panel. Last but not least, thank you, Flyboy, for inviting me to this great conversation. Appreciate all the different perspectives. Last but not least, make sure that you do follow me on Instagram. It is the name that you see here. It is Kings and Dreams, spelled the way that you see. Also follow my YouTube page. It is Kings and Dreams that you see. So I talk about different type of content, travel, manosphere, having men be better men, holding men accountable. So definitely make sure that you tap in and check me out. And thank you all for your time, man. Appreciate it.
I appreciate it, y'all. Peace out, y'all.
Yep, thanks, man.
And like I said, at the end of the day, man, everybody, it's like you just gotta do what makes you happy. If you with a woman, and whether you think she's a pro or not, if it makes you happy, make you happy. But be aware. Be aware of the situation from the outside looking in, not just the inside looking out. Because the outside looking in can affect you if you're not cautious of it. If you have an idea that there are other guys who are paying for her time, then you may have known. It may make you feel better because it may make you feel better as a man, like, oh, I don't have to pay for this and they got to pay for it. I'm so fly because that it may make you feel better, but in the end, it may be an issue because if she's gonna just willingly pay take money from anybody, then the situation may put you in a situation you don't want to be in. So just have an open mind about it. Like I said, either way, whatever side you on, just have an open mind listening, man. But I appreciate everybody for coming in the room. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button on the way out. It's your boy FRE $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why. Just check out the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.